Austin Black, everyone. Woo! All right, I want you guys to give a big round of applause to our next comic. He's been on the earth a long time. He's got a lot to say. Please help me welcome John Stames, everyone! That's right, put that timer on because I don't want to have to turn the music on this time.
One thing you know for sure, even if you go over your time, she doesn't care, really,
Everybody else does.
So, senior abuse, what are you going to cut me off here? I want to tell you, I really am happy to be here tonight. A couple years I'll be 80 years old, and once you get to be my age, I mean, anytime there's a reason to stay up past 8 o'clock at night, it's really exciting, I mean, I had to do something more maybe to get out, but looking for a relationship, most seniors are not looking for long-term relationships. I mean, if I found somebody I really liked, the most I could hope for is stay alive long enough to change the will. I mean, what's the big deal? I thought about finding a new girlfriend. First thing you think is maybe I'd get one of those age gap relationships. Find some hottie young enough to be my daughter. I just lay back, let her do all the work. I thought about realistically at almost 80, how am I going to keep up with a 60-year-old? I mean, I said 60. Jesus, get your mind out of the gutter. I mean, I'm not Jeffrey fucking Epstein. Besides, young women are like elephants. They're nice to look at, but I wouldn't want to own one. Besides, I get myself in a lot of trouble. So, robbing the cradle. You get charged with assault with a dead weapon. And she would get in trouble too. Grave robbing's illegal too. No, really, I need somebody who's more my same age or something. And, getting a girlfriend when you get older as a senior, it's kind of like buying a used car. You don't know what the history is, how many owners or that kind of stuff. And you got to do your due diligence. So I look at a car and the first thing I say, if it's in perfect condition, I go, that's not for me. It's probably, at this age, it's probably gone through total restoration with a lot of aftermarket parts. And I'm not interested in that kind of thing. If you find something that's in really good original condition, you think, man, it probably took a lot of maintenance to keep a car looking that way, So I want something I can drive. So I want to look at it, I see something I like, and I go, I can just tell this baby was probably top of the line when it was new. You can just see those classic lines. And I like something that's kind of sporty, I don't need a big trunk. I'm not looking for all-wheel drive or anything like that. I want something like, so you look at it and say, well, maybe the paint's starting to crack a little bit. Maybe the interior is starting to fade. And I always want to look at the headrest, An OEM headrest, you put your head against it, it's nice and soft, Some of these aftermarket headrests, try to put your head against it like leaning on a rock, that doesn't work for me. And then the one good thing is you see a lot of people that had, some suspension work done. You redo the suspension, that could give you a lot of extra miles, so that's a good thing. There's always this one thing a lot of people are kind of annoyed by, like leaky seals. The leaky seals don't bother me. You see some of these hot old cougars on the Depends ad, they're all wearing diapers. That's how you start, that's how you end. That doesn't bother me. NASA developed the adult diapers for the space race, and all the astronauts wear them except for one, Alan Shepard, shit a $1.5 million pair of pants. You got up there, Mission Control and Major Tom. We've noticed a spike in the methane levels or EVA suit. Can you copy or confirm? Yeah, this is Major Com. As you recall, yesterday was Taco Tuesday and I had leftovers for breakfast. While tightening the bolt on the heat shield, I accidentally caught my glove and pulled my fingers, and I think those methane levels are going to be returning to normal soon. Oh great, Major, we were hoping that we wouldn't have to scrub the mission. And he said, no, the mission's a go, but I may need good scrubbing when I get back inside. I always wished I could be an astronaut, but the reality is, even at my best, I was never as cool as an astronaut. But just because I'm not as cool as an astronaut, that doesn't mean I can't dress like one. Okay, so my time's almost up, but I want to do one more thing. I want to do one more thing for everybody. I always like to do something special. I set this up earlier, and I don't remember. I can't even tell. I can't see which seat it is or who's sitting where. But I want everybody to reach underneath your seat and see if you find an envelope attached to the bottom of your seat. Reach underneath, see if you find an envelope. Anybody find an envelope underneath there? Okay, while you're down there, I want you to all tickle your butts. Oh, shit. I mean, here I am, I heard talk for 3 or 4 minutes. I'll convince you to tickle your butts at the same time. I don't know. It's one of those kind of things. I mean, we got no budget for prizes. What'd you expect? A couple of C notes or something like that? So I'm not Oprah. Anyway, thank you. And good, I got an extra minute there, but we started out slow. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really do like the event. Thank you.
All right, John, everyone. Are you writing your jokes down? Are you writing your set?